Most people lose strength after 60, but in Japan, elders in their 90s move like they're decades younger. Their secret: 6 simple exercises. And the last one will leave you stunned. Movement 1. Sumo stance. The first movement is called the sumo stance. And don't worry, you don't have to be a professional wrestler to benefit from it. In fact, this movement is incredibly simple and can be done by anyone, anywhere. To practice it, stand with your feet spread wider than shoulder width apart, bend your knees slightly, and sink your hips down as if you're preparing to anchor yourself. Your chest stays tall, your spine stays straight, and your core lightly engages. So why do Japanese elders swear by this stance? Because it directly targets the thighs, hips, and core, the foundation of mobility and independence. These are the exact muscles that protect against falls, which remain the leading cause of injury in older adults. Think about your daily life. Every time you get up from a chair, climb a staircase, or steady yourself on uneven ground, you're calling on these same muscles. And here's the secret benefit. By holding the sumo stance for just 30 to 60 seconds, you activate stabilizer muscles that most people completely neglect. The result? Walking becomes easier, bending feels safer, and even carrying groceries or lifting objects feels more effortless. But this is just the beginning, because the next stance challenges not just strength, but your balance and agility in a way most people over 50 never train. Movement 2. Nekawashi Daichi, the cat stance. The second movement is called Nekawashi Daichi, more commonly known as the cat stance. Imagine standing with one leg slightly forward, the heel gently lifted, while most of your weight rests on the back leg. Your body feels light, springy, and almost ready to leap at any moment, just like a cat. This stance looks simple, but it carries a powerful purpose. Unlike exercises that only focus on brute strength, the cat stance is about balance, coordination, and agility. Japanese elders have practiced it for generations because it trains the body to shift weight smoothly from one leg to the other. That's a skill many people don't realize they've lost until they stumble. Life rarely happens in perfect symmetry. Whether you're stepping off a curb, catching yourself on a slippery patch, or pivoting to grab something quickly, your body has to adjust instantly. By practicing the cat stance daily, you strengthen not just muscles, but also the connection between your brain and body. Your nervous system becomes sharper, your reactions quicker, and your balance steadier. This simple posture helps safeguard against falls, keeping independence intact for years longer. And yet, as important as movement is, the next practice flips the script entirely. It's not about motion at all, but the power of stillness. Movement 3. Caesar proper sitting posture. The third daily practice is called Caesar proper sitting posture. And no, this isn't about thrones or royalty. It's about how Japanese elders sit. In Japan, chairs weren't traditionally the norm. Instead, people sat on the floor, folding their legs in a formal but relaxed posture, keeping their spine tall and hips open. This sitting style forces your body to stay flexible, your hips mobile, and your back strong. Compare this with Western sitting, slouched in couches or stiff in office chairs, and it becomes clear why so many struggle with tight hips and chronic back pain. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day of practicing Caesar sitting trains your core to support you naturally, realigning posture and easing strain from the lower back. But posture alone isn't enough, because what comes next takes the mind and body connection to a whole new level. And it's the exact practice Japanese elders credit for their calm strength well into their later years. Movement 4. Zazin meditation. The fourth daily movement isn't really movement at all. It's Zazin meditation, a centuries-old Japanese practice of seated mindfulness. At first glance, it may look deceptively simple. Elders sit cross-legged on the floor, their spine tall and steady, hands resting softly in their lap, and eyes lowered in a calm, unfocused gaze. But while it may appear to be just sitting, This practice works on both the body and the mind in profound ways. By holding the spine upright, you engage deep postural muscles that often weaken with age. These small but essential muscles keep the body aligned and reduce pressure on the lower back. Meanwhile, controlled breathing expands the lungs fully, improving oxygen flow and supporting cardiovascular health. And on a deeper level, the meditative stillness helps regulate stress hormones like cortisol, which, when left unchecked, speed up aging and increase the risk of chronic illness. Modern science has caught up with what Japanese elders have known for centuries. Meditation lowers blood pressure, sharpens mental clarity, and even slows cellular aging. In Okinawa, home to some of the world's longest living people, this blend of physical stillness and mental calm is a daily ritual. But as powerful as stillness can be, the next stance demands pure strength, and it's where the body truly comes alive. Movement 5. Kibadachi, the horse stance. Next is Kibadachi, or the horse stance. This posture is legendary in martial arts, and Japanese elders adapt it as a daily strength ritual. Here's how it works. Stand with your feet wide, bend your knees deeply like you're riding a horse, and hold your body upright. Your thighs will burn, your core will engage, and your balance will be challenged instantly. Why does this matter for aging? Because Kibadachi strengthens the quadriceps, glutes, and lower back, exactly the muscles that weaken fastest after 50. By keeping them strong, elders maintain the power to rise from the floor, lift objects safely, and climb steps without strain. And there's another hidden benefit. This stance forces your hips and spine into alignment, relieving tension that builds from years of sitting and poor posture. But the real test of endurance and mental grit comes in the final movement. And trust me, it's the one most people can't hold for even a minute. Movement 6. Wall squat, the invisible chair. The last movement is the wall squat, also known as the invisible chair. You lean your back against a wall, slide down until your thighs are parallel to the ground, and simply hold. Sounds easy? Try it for 30 seconds, and you'll feel every muscle in your legs light up. This exercise builds incredible endurance in the thighs, strengthens the knees, and conditions the lower body to stay solid and reliable. Japanese elders love this one because it mimics the strength needed for real-life activities, lowering yourself to the floor, getting up from low seats, or carrying weight without wobbling. It's the simplest test of grit and strength, and the payoff is enormous. But here's the thing. It's not just about holding the stance. It's about embracing the discipline it takes to challenge yourself daily. Because that discipline is what separates those who age weak from those who age strong. These 6 Japanese habits build lasting strength and independence. Start with one today to stay young, strong, and resilient.